who express them. They do not necessarily reflect the opinions and the views of Trustco Group International, the broadcast regulators in Namibia, or that of the Informanté Radio station.
This is Informanté Radio, the sound for a new age. This is the morning mix on Informanté Radio.
My favorite show.
Me, if you give me a list of sexiest men in the country, list
Okay.
them
Thank you. Wait.
from 1 to 10, it will be blank.
There are no sexy men in Namibia. What do you want to say?
What want to know?
Let's go back to us Ginger's company.
Lend an ear and join us every morning, all the time. I listen all day, every day. I don't know, I'm just addicted to it.
Informanté Radio. Did you know?
Before God made Keetmans Hoop, God looked at Keetmans Hoop and decided, ek sal Keetmans Hoop maak van agteraf. Keetmans het
Just believe.
The Morning Mix.
Starting your day with a bang. The host.
Level and
Order.
Hey, no.
I will also not sit down. There is rules to the studio.
They must
There are rules. You must take that back.
withdraw.
Withdraw that statement. No, I don't want any of that.
Please follow us on Facebook and subscribe via iTunes.
Informanté Radio.
Mirror on the wall. Well, yes, she could dance, it's me, they call. Top cherry, what? Yeah, I'm the baddest. Top cherry, what? Yeah, I'm the realest. They be calling my name till the morning. Yeah, for the hangover.
Atekane, gengo walolo kapotane, enotane, landane, aha weta pa weta boni, endo sevenya atusakele penya, nuno na monda boda vatetena, shatu saka toka shanima, dalane, dinenge, mbun konyoni, muneka dona chefigane, etalani koni mashita kubounce, tokola nena no kuti dance. Ningane, shatu ningi ningane. You can cross you a killer. You my people you sire. Payegate y le esta noche loco pa subirte la saya. King you the dealer. Pero nobody realer. Te loco esta noche llévate de fiesta y partite la talla. Ni amo finame. Andala kuchinjame. I drink champagne with the kings and the queens, politicians praise my name. If you feel it, Ileni mundanze na me, Mr. B, Ileni musage na me. Saka witula mo sakane,
Always loving playing local music on Informanté Radio, man. Patrick Dion and Camtonio, or should I say Tim Ekanjo and who were the other guys who were Good morning, guys. Welcome to the morning mix on Informanté Radio. It's great to be back. A beautiful Monday morning, yeah. Lekker weer buitekant.
Julle begin vroeg saam met my.
How was the week without me, guys? Koos begin eers daar.
It was really fun. We
Alright.
didn't miss you.
Do you guys want me to go away for another week?
Gaan.
Asseblief.
Yeah. Hannes
We
held it down.
loved some snitchel. Ons sauerkrauten. Yeah.
It's quite entertaining.
You guys, you are very culturally insensitive. the Herrero leaves and you replace him with a German immediately.
Yeah. No, but you were missed. But Kofi gave a very, very good account of himself.
Kofi did his thing.
Yeah, no, he did his thing.
Big ups, Herr Kaufman. You can catch him and Tatanawanas every day at 12 on the hour.
Yeah.
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 Good to have you back, you.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into sport. Asseblief.
Oh, Jay, hoekom is jy so hastig om sports te praat?
Yeah, because the program is short. Let's talk sport.
Want Arsenal het 2-1 gewen. Is that why you want to talk sport?
Today is not even about Arsenal. Arsenal is like a minuscule issue here today.
Yeah.
When it comes to the sports slot today.
You know, like I woke up this morning and I remember a couple of months ago, there was this night in Benfica, in Portugal. There were all these memes flying around of how useless my team is. Anyway, this morning I woke up with that picture in mind, but luckily it was not my team that I was thinking about. There were some interesting results from the games last night. Maybe let me just run through some of the results from yesterday.
Ja, die man het jou amper uitgewerk. There were people that were saying, kom maar, Cubase is over. Bring in Hannes.
Ek het julle al klaar gesê, if you want to replace Ronaldo, you need to buy like 4 players, not just one. All right, anywho, some of the interesting results. Leicester City lost at home to West Ham 3-0 yesterday. That was the first of the Premier League matches from yesterday.
Yeah.
Interesting result after Leicester had beaten City 5-2. They go and lose at home to West Ham 3-0. You know, we're all waxing lyrical that maybe this is one of those seasons once again where Leicester is really going to make us have a strong run. But yeah.
John Shompe, shut up. Shut up.
Arsenal had a lucky escape against Sheffield United, coming away with a 2-1 win at the Emirates Stadium. Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Hey, asseblief. Nee, you were not here for the week.
So,
okay. Kan ons net bly met mekaar.
Ons is mos nga.
Yeah, don't come and put in your own narratives there while reading sport. Asseblief. Geen net die score. Ja, ons het 2-1 gewen, klaar.
Wolves het ook by die huis gewen 1-0 teen Fulham. Before we come back to England, let's just look at some of the other less interesting results.
Please do.
Back in Spain, Real Madrid were in action yesterday. They overcame Levante 2-0. A difficult game for the Spanish champions. Barça and Sevilla both dropping points for the first time this season at the Camp Nou, a 1-1 draw. Probably a fair result if you had watched the game.
I watched it, yeah.
Yeah, Bayern.
It was very balanced.
Yeah, very much. Bayern overcame Hertha Berlin 4-3. I think they are back on track. They also had a whooping not so long.
Yeah.
What is going on? I go away for a week, like I said, and things start falling apart. Atalanta continued their fine form this season. I beat Cagliari 5-2. I know Neville doesn't really like Italian football, but what the hell?
Yeah, what the hell?
Lazio Inter Milan 1-1. AC Milan did some brilliant business over... Hey, gaan 8. Over the weekend, over the summer transfer window. Stop distracting me, man.
Papi, sit net so mooi stil soos jy daar so sit.
Check je benen.
With your kung fu outfit. Yeah.
African prince.
As die bene so like op die saus. AC Milan overcame Spezia 3-0 at home. Okay, now let's talk. Let's get back to England.
Yeah.
Manchester United, Tottenham.
Ons het nie met jou gepraat nie.
At Old Trafford last night.
Yeah.
Maria, you were also talking a lot because you are more against my Barca, my precious Barcelona. The things you said, they still hurt me. And now your Manchester United was playing yesterday.
Nee, ek is stil. It was a very humbling experience. But
Alright.
that's bad.
Soos die Damaras sê, Tyra aangaan. Tyra.
Hy's fun so embarrassing.
Matiko.
But what happened? I didn't watch the United. Actually, I didn't watch any of the games. I watched a little bit of the United game. It was like 5-1 when I watched, and I left it at 5-1 as well.
I was so mad. I almost burned my ex's shirt.
Okay.
No, I think when United took the lead, first penalty again, and we were like, here we go again. United winning on penalties.
Yeah.
They need to get a penalty in each and every game. But Tottenham came back with a flurry of punches. 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. Hey, dit lelik. En hy South Korean Son or what song?
Hung Min Son or whatever his name is.
No,
he's really been on form. I mean, Harry Kane hasn't really been scoring a lot of goals this season since basically since the end of last season, and Son has been filling in, and he continued that form yesterday, scoring 2 goals. I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations to all the Tottenham fans. I don't think there are any here. Maybe they just live in London.
Spurs.
Just very quickly, I think Babyface Assassin is in a lot of trouble at the moment. The coach of Manchester United.
Oh, come on, Babyface.
Yeah,
I forgot
that's what
they
he
used to call him. That.
him.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so I think Ola is in a precarious position at the moment. They didn't really acquire new players. Yes. That's one of the.
Do you think he's in over his head, like some pundits seem to think?
I don't think he's in over his head that much, because I think.
Can we just replace him?
But Ola is the one guy who understands the culture of Man United. And
Yeah.
he was.
But why is it not translating?
But the culture of Man United is winning. He does not understand that. It seems.
Yeah.
I do think.
I miss Alex Ferguson, because he paid who he needed to pay so that we win.
But again, and that
The point is, the important thing was to win. Not fairly, just to win.
Just win. So I know he's been very frustrated with his board because they're not availing any money for him to buy new players.
To strengthen. They haven't strengthened. Who did they bring in this summer?
I don't know.
Apart from Donny van de Beek. I know they brought in Donny van de Beek. I don't know who else. They've been chasing Jadon Sancho since last year.
Yeah.
Dortmund seem to be adamant that they want the full 110 million or whatever it is that they've priced him at. They were chasing Dembele also, apparently.
No, but Dembele must just stay there at Barca. I don't want that boy. No, he must really perform at Barca. I want him there.
Yeah, I also really want him to show his stuff in Barca, but it doesn't seem like he has even the faith of the coaches. I mean, the 2 young kids were playing ahead of him.
Yeah. Semi Haingumbi, yes, the ref spoiled the Man United game. Lamela is a cheater. Yeah, that was a big element when Anthony Martial was sent off because he retaliated.
Yeah, but how did the ref cheat?
This is emotions, okay?
Yes.
Because Lamela smacked Martial.
Martial smacked.
And he smacked back. And obviously the retaliator gets sent off. It's like that in football, so finish and klaar. Okay, praat gou oor die ander game.
All right. now this one I didn't see at all. Like, you know, while we were watching the United game, I was like, no, Liverpool is coming up next against Aston Villa, my bro. It's a tough match there. I'm like, I'm sick, man. Yeah. Liverpool are gonna run, steamroll over Aston Villa. This looks like Bayern Barca results here. 7 goals to 2. En ek het vir jou gevra vanoggend, Nebel.
Yeah.
Were Liverpool playing their second squad?
No, first team.
They were playing the first team.
Might as well have just called them Brave Warriors. Would have done a better job.
Come on, say.
Hey, Marianne. But I'm happy. I'm happy that Liverpool. We really saw yesterday that they can bleed.
Yes.
If you cut them, they can bleed. But I must say, and I don't know if you would agree with me, Cubase, the element of no crowds, because the atmosphere that you have in the stadiums at this moment in time is very much a training ground atmosphere, where there's no pressure from, there's no 12.
There are no fans in the studio.
Yeah, there's no 12 men on the field, which is your crowd.
Unless you have paid the referee, of course.
Yeah, of course, unless you pay the referee. So there's no such thing as a home or away game at the moment. We're all on equal level at the moment. Kijk, ek speel maar by jou veld, maar jy sien mense that urges you.
Yeah, there's not like your home support, pressuring even the opposition.
Yeah.
I understand that element. Yeah. But 7-2, it's still hard to sort of fathom. I mean, we already saw they were vulnerable in their first game of the season against Leeds United.
Oh yeah.
But this, it's like the Bayern Munich result. I think it was also 7-2 last week, a week before.
Yeah.
It's just hard to picture. It's hard to imagine that these teams. I'm just lost for words. It's hard to imagine that they could.
Blair Stanley say, let's talk about more important things like the Corona-19 results.
Hey man, Stanley.
Corona-19.
Hey, gaan man.
Dit ding maak seer.
COVID.
Die results maak baie seer.
United fans will soccer party.
But I'm telling you, Cubase, when if my team lose on that level, there's no pain for me. It's like you whipped me into humiliation. That why am I gonna have sleepless nights if I lose like that?
After the third goal, you don't really care anymore.
You shouldn't care anymore.
Say, I gaan net en skop sommer almal. It's all right. Just go. We've already lost. keep kicking those balls. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the spirit of the players as well.
Yeah.
They also just defeated after that.
Yeah.
Not true.
I'm very familiar with that feeling. I'm definitely not a stranger to it. All right, kom ek lees maar 'n bietjie comments hierso.
Yeah.
Festus Katuna Nakai AWQ Mora almal. Welcome back, Cubase. No almal happy want Liverpool. Ay man, toch sorry Neville. Neville is an Arsenal fan. He's happy. Asino, Cubase looks smart today. So, as opposed to
going for a job interview.
Me looking stupid the other days. Ronnie Kawenji, morning MMC. Welcome back, Q-man. Jy moet ons volgende vroeg sê, as jy nie kom werk nie, broer. Jy kan nie net so lang wil wegbly nie.
Laat julle wat maak, Oka. Laat julle wat maak.
Rich Auntie, you make H in the word hot bold. Benito
thank you.
Natibi.
Thank you, Sean.
Hey, the compliment. The pickup lines that we are learning here. Come on, you make H in the word hot.
They learned from Hannes.
From Kaufman.
Yeah. Kaufman taught them a thing or two.
Hoor vir Richard Henker.
Waar so?
Cubase, as die palle so lyk, hoe lyk die doelwagter?
Ai.
Wat so goed is dit? Why do I have a feeling?
Just let that one just go. Just
is it locker room talk?
Yeah, let it slide.
Rude.
Let it slide.
I don't get it, so it's alright.
Petrus,
as die palle so lyk, nee?
If the goalposts look like that.
If the goalposts look like that.
How does the goalkeeper look?
How does the goalkeeper look?
It's just okay. Nee. Let's move on. Never last a believe.
Disgusting.
But
weet hy comment gemaak?
Richard Henker.
Richard, you're a disgusting man. Sis.
How can I share my music to your radio? I'm a singer artist.
Perverted is nie in city woord.
Pedro, ay man. Kom ons beweeg nog.
Perverted.
Petrus, you can come drop it here at the Informanté Radio studios. Trusco head office here in Windhoek. Come with your COVID test. Asino Kambikiti Erastus. Maria, please sit so we talk about Saturday. Oh, this was...
I'm sitting. This is while I was dancing.
Shines. What must
Then
have happened?
luckily, nothing happened. It's fine.
Oh, ek het gedink die screen sal weer so maak. Come on. Maria is trying to make us forget about Saturday, but we refuse. Refuse.
Child. I know.
Oh man. Alright guys, let's talk about Saturday a little bit. What is I? Eh?
Yeah, let's talk about Saturday.
And if I get any negative comments from you people, I'm leaving the studio.
Yeah, you still have to leave the studio.
About Saturday.
Yeah.
That's why you
Daar
can't
is mekaar net baie mooi verstaan.
Jy kan nie sing nie, jy kan nie fluit nie, jy kan nie dans nie. Wat het jy gedoen op
As jy die woorde vergeet. Shoprite!
Ja. Namibia!
Okay. Give it to me. Give it to us, please. You said
Play it
you
for
wanted
man. I can't do it.
Hey, man.
So, okay, let me just understand what was happening. You forgot your words.
Okay.
Let's talk about your performance first.
Okay, let's talk about
Mr. Basson.
Yeah.
How was the experience for you?
The experience
of being on stage and performing these very youthful songs.
Okay. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody out there.
Please don't give a political speech. This is not the platform.
Yeah, come ek sê vir jou nee. In terms of entertainment value.
Yeah.
It was a great show.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we were not supposed to do anything perfect.
Yeah.
There were people who really looked and sound like
musicians. Like D.
Artists.
D now, people that actually have vocal range. I think in terms of voice, I think let's give it up for Dimbuluke. He was the best in terms of vocal range.
What did he perform again?
I did amazing.
Swart Bastard.
Whoa, Swart Bastard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everybody was.
I remember that. Yeah.
I don't think he had one negative comment in terms of his vocals.
Yeah.
And his performance, even the dancing because the second song he started dancing.
But then again, it's easy to imitate another person who also cannot sing, if you cannot sing.
But I think he did a better job than.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But he did. Like for me, the person who really stood out for me in the night was Odile. Odile's performance for me was.
Yeah, but Odile was more dance. Odile.
Yeah, the performance was a bit more complete.
Like that's what I'm saying. I'm putting together, and Odile did fantastic by the way. But right now I'm just talking about vocals and performance.
Yeah.
D could sing.
Yeah.
And he danced well.
Yeah,
it was a full performance.
Yeah.
And then. For other artists, they had better vocals and not such a good dance, or vice versa. Odile is one of it. I mean, Odile is from theater.
Yeah.
So she's got stage presence.
You could tell.
And, Odile, you can give her any song and... Odile, you can give her any song and she will give you the entertainment aspect and element because she is an entertainer.
Yeah.
And so her dance was...
I remember, I don't know if you remember, there was a couple of years ago that people were giving her grief for being one of the dancers on the Nama stage. And I was like, what mark Miss Namibia up in Nama stage dancing?
She's actually a ballerina.
She's a dancer.
Yeah, she's actually, I think her background is in ballet.
Yeah.
So
okay.
She's a dancer.
Speaking of, now what was wrong with your performance, Maria? What happened there? Please explain from A to Z
so
for 12 months.
I was sabotaged.
Sabotaged.
They are haters, ne?
They are
haters.
Okay, so all I asked for was backup dancers.
Yeah.
Ek het nie gekry nie.
Yeah.
Hoekom het jy nie backup dancers gegee nie?
Hulle het gesê ek is mooi genoeg.
Yes.
Om alleen nog op die stage te staan.
Okay.
No, actually no. I actually did one backup dancer, but that's not why. I mean, I'm not a musician. So I mean, going in, it was like all I needed to do was not forget my words.
Yeah.
I told myself, just don't forget your words, don't faint, and your voice mustn't crack.
But I could tell you were a bit nervous when you started. After the poet did her thing when you came in.
Because I almost forgot the words, opening song.
So that was...
And it was showing on my face. You know, my face can't hide anything.
At
I'm
some
one
point-
of those people.
I saw like I'm extending kick down with Mrs. with the joint. And I can see Maria getting into her groove and as the performance goes on.
Yeah,
Right?
yes,
The
yes.
girl is starting to find her feet. She's really starting to try those high notes.
Yeah. It was there because after the calling my name, I had to come in and I was like, would you see me? And I was like, oh, did I get it? And I was thinking about it as I'm singing. I'm still like, did I get that word right?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I was after that, I could have a little bit more fun. So I think I did better with the second performance, but it was nice to get a poet in there. I think she brought
a whole other element.
a whole other element to my performance.
I'm glad you guys got this out of your system. Please don't ever sing again.
No,
Either
we're creating a hit for December.
And for people out there who's giving me grief about me whistling on stage, ne? I just want to tell you one thing. I personally believe there's something wrong with DJ Vuyo. Okay? I'm from Grootwinkels. It's impossible where I come from that you make any song if there's no whistle in the song. Okay? So I had to.
But did you forget the lyrics?
Spice it up.
But there were parts. What do you say when you say chat? The repetitive? Para pa pa. What is it? What say you?
Yes.
I actually wish I had the clip, the audio clip to play it back to you guys.
Let me just first say, you know what? Paraka, paraka,
Yeah.
paraka,
Paraka, paraka, paraka, paraka. That was nice.
So the thing is, I was given an artist who sings in Sifwe, which is a language from the Zambezi region. It is my first ever time that I was exposed to a language, the Sifwe language. And it was quite a challenge just to understand or to pronounce the words, etc., etc. But I said, you know what? It's cool. I'm doing this for
a good cause,
for the benefit of charity. And I said this beforehand, and I said, my daughter was like the whole time when I was rehearsing for the last 2-3 weeks, Daddy, you can't
You're gonna
sing.
embarrass me.
Daddy, you're gonna embarrass me. I said, sweetheart, listen, you must understand. I'm not doing this to do this perfect. Okay? I'm doing this for benefit, for the homeless. Oh, okay, Daddy, no, then it's fine, Daddy. But hey, she gave it to me Saturday night when I got home. Daddy, Daddy, you need to get a voice.
Get another one.
John Shombe said, Neville, ken jy Mahai? Ken jy van Mahai? Dis van die Noord. Alright, this, you know Mahai? Alright. Says, ken jy Mahai? The whole time I had been thinking that Mahai is the worst artist in Namibia. Mahai is better than you.
Mahai performs at every show in the North.
Including the trade fair.
Every show. Like you see, even if he was not on the lineup, if he rocks up at the show, he's going to ask,
why am I not on the lineup?
Kom ek perform ook net so een song.
Never was busy looking at the Mavutu's assets, Papa. Topi was distracted by the dance.
Ja, is na goede, jongens. Na goede geweest.
Shout out to Colin Benjamin, says Stephanus, James and
Oh, that was entertainment. That was just entertainment.
Colin and Paula.
Hele kan nie sing, but they entertained thoroughly.
Ricardo had me ook entertainment.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
snacks and dance movies waar
Yeah,
probeer.
the
Okamanetti.
Yeah.
Looks alright.
But Shay gave a stellar performance.
Yeah, she did well.
Yeah, Shay did well.
I wanted her to do a bit more with Sally, but she did well.
Yeah.
I can't knock her for what she did.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's
And
not Sally.
And there was also Leon, the white guy.
Yeah.
It's
Who
Big
did
Ben.
Big Ben, yeah.
He also did very well. And obviously I liked
Maria?
But actually, no, Maria was also good. But talking about Khuro. But I wish he didn't come on as OC Abs. During rehearsal, he was performing as Khuro.
Okay.
And that's what I wanted him to stay on as. Because when he was doing rehearsals, when he was performing as Khuro, he had more, like, I don't know, he had better dance. I think dancing with high heels.
The performance was better.
Yeah.
As Khuro.
Hey, Ronnie. Laat ons dit na bly kou. Asseblief. Ons bly net na.
In Julia Split, Neville, I hear you couldn't stop talking about it after the show.
About what?
The split. Julia split.
almost did a split at the end of her performance.
No, at the beginning.
Or was it at the beginning? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Nikki, what menage?
You come back and wouldn't shut up about it. About the split. You were telling everybody,
didn't even
yo,
see.
did you see that?
Did Julia make a split?
Yeah.
Kijk, nou kom
Nee,
sy
ek het nie
af.
gesien nie.
Alright, kom ek lees maar comments. Eileen Maiden Nyoma. ShopRite must acknowledge O'Neville's effort with a gin, I guess. Paulus Ndapewa. Muni Flaty man. Good morning, guys. Q, I missed your voice. Thank you. Guys, you were killing the knockout performances, says Bradley Kubisep. But Maria Eche, what happened? It was almost ending in tears there, hey? Never knew you were shy, but you pulled through.
I get anxiety.
Sorry. Maria, can you get rid of this Justin Kayala? Just get rid of this idiot of a person now.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Kom ek lees maar verder. Ronnie the Magnet.
Justine.
Yeah.
What did she do?
Jealous performances post ek wil self-judge. I want to judge myself. I am Maria's performance. I was dead, laugh out loud. You looked awesome though.
You looked awesome though.
Dee Nauyoma and Memeka Dikwa were the best. They also was warm. Yeah, Tapewa also had
Yeah, she was
She
was having fun though.
She was really having fun.
Yeah.
Ek sê vir Tapewa, dit sê jy's 'n groot vrou met kinders. Moet jy so aangaan op die stage.
Wat is gekrem? Wat is krem?
Gekrimp. Like
Maria het gekrem.
I think you probably mean you stalled or something. You gekrimp.
You
Is it what
shrunk into your shell.
Allemaal kan het gaan. I just want to hear congratulations.
Come on, I want to
You did
see one of
amazing.
you guys on that stage next year.
You did amazing. I'm so proud of you. Your vocal. I didn't know you could reach those notes. That's all I'm trying to hear. I'm not trying to hear the other stuff. Yeah, just leave the negative comments as a belief. Let's stick to positivity.
I was surprised nobody ran out of the hall when Maria was performing. But anyway.
They clapped. They didn't worry. They were like, yay, girl, you did it. Yes.
Calling my name. I
lost my 8.
Bossy Alana Greenwood, how can we see the show again? I missed out on it. Was my baby's party toch din na week turned into groot mens party. Always.
Happy belated.
But like, are we able to still view it?
I think so.
Because the viewing experience was not necessarily pleasant for everybody. I understand.
No, they had to rectify.
There were some people who had like almost a faultless stream, and then, like for instance, for me, I had to keep refreshing because it kept freezing. But I got to see at least enough. I got to see the two of you, and that for me was all that was important. That I get like.
But it was a good show, right?
Yeah, it was right.
Yeah,
right.
The people that are saying it was quite entertaining. I mean, Twitter came for us, and I mean they came for us.
I need to play this.
What are you playing? Neville was busy looking at the Mavutus. Somebody read that comment already, ne? Ek sien die babysitter is terug.
That's James now, the babysitter.
Am I come at the babysitter?
Apparently the show is on YouTube, guys. Ooh. Am I gonna be internet famous?
Nou MTC julle slim nie. Julle sê vir ons oh yeah. They knew we wouldn't have bought tickets if they had said they were going to put it on YouTube afterwards.
Just listen to this clip of my vrouw and my
daughter.
Yeah,
this is funny.
Just listen to this nonsense. I'm supposed to have my family that supports me and defend me at every. Mevrouw and her daughter was supposed to.
Let me play it on my end because it's better.
Yeah, okay, play it at your end.
Yeah.
Get a better phone camera.
It's maar net so.
Heerlijkheid, weet jy.
Sorry. Let me find it because
let me read comments while you're
No, it's here. Sorry, I found it. I had to find it because I forwarded it to my person that he must lag.
Oh, your person is ook orig. Die gaan.
The person, when are we being told
None
who
of
this
your
person
business.
is?
Yeah. Wacht eers.
Luister goed.
Hello, Annie. Mr. Bazon. It was very terrible, just saying. In case you wanted to know. Annie, as jy dalk by die garage verbygaan, kan jy asseblief vir jou vrou 'n inhou kry? Want my ma brand en vir Daddy 'n beter stem kry.
Maybe. She is gesê.
No, my daughter she brought the pain. Like,
Get yourself a new voice. Yeah, actually, Bradley, you are absolutely right. Ek wonder hoekom praat ons nie oor meneer Lazarus Jacobs met sy Can You Feel It?
Yeah.
You are the one I love. What happened there? What like?
Daai Wambo kan nie sing nie.
But I noticed Lars performed without a backtrack at all, almost. I think.
Yeah, he didn't perform with a backtrack.
Because most of you guys, there was a backtrack playing behind the band. Like a bit lower.
Yeah, a bit lower,
playing.
Yeah, actually, some people pre-recorded, so it wasn't
the original song.
The original.
It was
and then sometimes
vocal.
it was the original because the band, like for example, my second song, there were instruments that the band couldn't do.
Yeah.
So and then we couldn't get the performance without the vocals. I mean the track without the vocals. So.
All right.
But then again, there were certain people who clearly looked like they handpicked who they want to perform.
Yeah, mos.
As to who they want to perform. Kijk soos Lazarus nee. Hy is mos bra saam met
Morocci.
Saam met Morocci with the dog.
Yeah, a lot of people chose.
Maria and
so
KP.
they chose.
A lot of them chose. For example, I think Maria chose KPE list. I mean, she's...
Now, why were we not given the opportunity to choose?
This discrimination. But you know what would have been better? You know, I liked the reason, for example, performances like Leon did well.
Yeah.
Is because he doesn't speak Oshiherero.
Yeah.
So he was given an Oshiherero song.
Yeah.
And that elevated. And I think that's what should have happened throughout. You can't give Damara artists Damara songs, Herero artists Herero songs like One Blood with Maggie and Kadembire.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense to give it to Hereros.
Yeah.
You should have given it to another group like Harold and Colin. They're not Damara, but they got a Damara song.
Yeah, they got
but
a
that's why
Damara
there was
song.
an entertainment value there because you know if you don't know the words, you're gonna have to make it up. Like you as well, you know.
It's not just because I fluffed my lines that much, you understand?
Yeah.
If you would have given me a Damara Punch artist, for instance, yes, it would have been right down my alley, you understand?
Yeah. But you were taken out of your comfort zone, which is what...
Exactly.
The English songs are different because we all speak English.
Yeah.
But definitely the languages in the local languages, they shouldn't have been tied to... like a Vambu, like Laz should have not gotten... Okay, but that was in English.
Yeah, but
But
also,
Laz cannot get the dog because the dog is a Vambu also.
Yeah,
it should have been somebody else. Like that white woman that got, what did she sing?
Natasha.
It was an
a
English
difficult song.
Yeah,
but
that
was
was
very rapish and...
Yeah. So I believe that's what should have happened to really
even the field.
Not just even like push us out of our comfort zones.
Yeah. I was really pushed out of my comfort zone because, as I say to you guys, I mean, this is Sifwe.
Yeah.
I've never heard of the language Sifwe.
Yeah.
But but the songs in itself, I mean, if you, it's the first time that I even hear of DJ Vuyo.
Yeah.
The guy's music is so good.
Yeah.
And, but yes, the lyrics are,
yeah.
But
it's like Daisy as well. She chose the gospel because she's obviously, I think, born again, so she chose that. But you see, for me, in my element would have been Lioness. I can sing Lioness songs.
Nee.
So if you had given me Lioness, I'm going to dance. I know the Lioness dance moves. I know the singing. I didn't get that.
That is a woman's album that I still look for.
Oh,
music.
It's fantastic.
Because the one or two songs that I've heard of Lioness was here in the studio. But I'm looking for an album that I can actually
The album is
buy and listen to.
Ronnie is saying that you guys are only complaining now because you let her flop.
Hey, Ganji.
And like me, I was complaining throughout.
Ja, Maria. Nee.
I'm a drama queen.
Skippies. Kijk, as it was personality-wise, even though I would see something is not I'll just take a step back.
It's like,
Maria, nee. Daarvoor allemaal. En julle nee, sowieso. You people who got artists that is right up your alley. And you, why did you get an artist that is your friend? And you, why? Ik denk, Maria.
Yeah.
Even when we were performing with the band, they would get the beats. I'm like, stop this performance. Guys, come on, let's get this right. And I remember Dion, because he was the creative director, Dion of PDK. He was just like, Mary, it's just a pity you don't have vocals. Because with the way you are, you would have been like a superstar if you could sing.
You
because
have the attitude.
Like,
Is this
yeah,
the
you
voice?
like your things. No, but I like my things in order, you know. And sometimes if I feel like there's a sabotage, I'm gonna speak.
Yeah.
Ek sal mos praat. Ja, nee, so Ron is nie net vandag nie. Been at it.
Maloloza Mvambi. Yes, jy het haar naam en 'n half mee, bro. Is the corona over? Where are your masks? Come on.
Can you not see MTC Knockout Project? I think I'm even going to frame it.
I'm also tired of talking about MTC.
If you guys see musician on my CV, mind your business. Mind your business. Ek is mos nou 'n musician. Ek is nou 'n artist. I'm an artist. I will put it on my CV. Yeah.
Simon Pandu is saying, never your family is there to tell you the truth.
Ek trek my ma se huis toe. My mother loves me. I'm going tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ailey is asking, I guess, also just drawing us away from the Knockout Project. But you guys must keep in mind, this was, of course, it's the first time that they're doing this particular one. I don't know if they're going to do the same thing next year or if they're going to switch it up again. But it was a good effort. And I hope they did manage to raise enough money to at least get a couple of people off the streets.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's move on.
We raised over $1 million.
Yeah.
For the homeless.
Cool, Maria.
Cool. I mean, at the end of the day, we are willing to take all this slack, all this laughing, all this, you know. It's fine. Like I said, for me, it's if you're criticizing my work.
That's respect.
Yeah. If you're criticizing my work, like my photography and whatever, I'll be sensitive.
Yeah.
Like you would be sensitive if your comedy was being criticized.
Yeah.
But we know we're not artists. We know we're not musicians, you know. So, jy kan praat ons worry nie. We raised money. Yeah.
We raised money.
That was an important thing. Yeah.
$1 million is actually a lot of low-cost housing that you can build.
And that was without, by the way, the ticket sales.
Oh, okay.
And the ticket sales did phenomenal. So we're waiting. I think, obviously, MTC will have a press conference soon, in which they'll announce how much they've raised. They need to declare anyway. So, yeah, we shall wait and see.
Yeah. So about 100 houses, or one Sagi Shangala mentioned.
No.
We will not forget, Fish Rod. We will not forget. Simon Pandu, the show felt like Idols on Namibia's Got Talent comedy. All right, anyway, Ailey Maida, I have a question. Do you think therapy with black parents is advisable? When you say therapy, do you mean like seeing, what are they called? Psychiatrists? Psychiatrists? What are they called?
Psychologists.
What's the difference, psychiatrist and psychologist?
Psychiatry, one is for psychiatry.
Yeah, but what's the difference between psychiatry and psychology?
Psychiatry, you might need to go to...
Groendakkies.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
So psychiatrist, groendakkies.
Yes.
Psychologist.
It's just whatever issues. Sometimes, psychology is... It can be... I could go to a psychologist today. Just because I'm not feeling, there's something I need to get off my chest.
Oh, okay.
It's not necessarily linked to mental health.
That is a psychologist.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You can just make any booking with any. A psychiatrist is more for psychiatric evaluation. Your mental health, it's more mental health related.
Okay. But like, have you ever done therapy?
I did after I got held at gunpoint.
Yes, you did tell us about that. Never, you've ever been in therapy?
It's not that.
The look on your face says you are apprehensive about it.
No. What I'm trying to say is that I don't knock it. What I'm trying to say is that maybe I've not that I've never needed it. I think all of us at some stage of our lives need to have a sit down and talk to someone. But I just never prioritized it. And I think what helps me a lot, if I'm very honest with you guys, is that if something bothers me, I speak very openly to somebody who's very close to me. I try not to live with any cropped up feelings about So yes, if I really have to pour my heart out about something, I would sit and speak to a friend, to Laz, because he's my confidant, I'm his confidant, and we share that. And mind you, now that we do talk about this, I think we had this discussion upstairs on Friday, where somebody was asking me, when was the last time you cried? I've never seen a man cry. And I said, I cry. I think in a period of 12 months, I would cry at least 2 or 3 times.
Net.
But ever a good cry.
Just give me a sad movie.
No, that's too easy. No. A sad movie is too easy.
Yeah.
When I say cry, I'm talking about
eight. Where you need consoling.
I'm not talking about soccer. Not that.
I need to unleash, unburden.
That. Ne? If you can't have that, then go see a psychologist.
That is very therapeutic, actually.
Crying.
Yes, there's something very. I don't know.
I mean, I think just as the word says, a psychologist is your psychology. Your psychology. And it's not like you don't have to wait for something. That's the thing I learned about going to therapy. You don't have to wait for something major to happen in your life.
Yeah.
Like with me, being held at gunpoint. It's actually good to just, especially if you've got medical aid and you can just make an appointment. Just book an appointment. Even if it's just to sit there and say, you know what, I just came here because I don't know. Maybe I have childhood traumas. Because they really help you figure yourself out. I went there for being held at gunpoint, but the things I learned about myself during those sessions are definitely things that help me later in life, because you get to look at the person in the mirror and really understand that person.
In retrospect, do you think you could have arrived at any of those things without going to therapy?
No, definitely not.
Therapy was the only way you were ever going to see it that way.
The only way I could have, yes. And it's just understanding. I told you, for example, this fight or flight, and understanding the difference is like... My psychology is saying the fact that you fought back, it means you're a fighter, you don't flee. Now, normally we would say good, but in the face of danger,
it's not always advisable.
It's not advisable at all. They prefer that you be somebody that flees danger, not face it. So now, knowing that personality trait in me, and a lot of times you can't know that personality trait until you're facing danger. Now we had to deal and understand what that means for me in my day-to-day life. Because as iemand met 'n meskom of a bottle break, ek sal terugbeklee. It's just what it is. I know that about me now. So it's like, how do I deal with it? I deal with it by avoiding confrontations because it will get ugly.
Okay.
Raymond Basson says, dronk heil is die lekkerste heil.
As you know, also true in here, we are not talking about hitting your little toe against the table. No, why are you crying? I bumped my toe. Crying.
No. I've had a few good cries in my lifetime.
Yeah.
No, they're necessary.
But
it helps.
Most like Trevor Noah was saying, us men, we cry in installments. You pile them up first. You can't just cry over everything.
No. That's true.
That one cry occasion, and then you cry for everything that happened over the last 6 months.
So you never did
cleanse the system.
Couple counseling?
Yeah.
You should try that stuff. They give you, they really do equip you even with tools on how to deal with differences.
But I remember I think the question she threw in was with parents. So ek wil gou vra never.
Dis tog daai comment van Wosie Alana Greenwood.
Ek sal know. Ek sal know. But anyway, never. So if one of your kids wanted you to go to therapy with them,
I would go.
Read that comment.
No, but we
for us black people, if your child tells the psychologist your family issues, all you think about is wait till we get home. That's the help.
Yeah.
It's no help for you guys.
No. What I've done, and it's always been something that I did basically as a standard rule with my kids. When they were small, I would take them to OT classes.
What's OT?
Occupational therapist classes, just to check their brain profile and how psychologically stable they are.
If they're dyslexic, if they have
exactly.
ADD.
Exactly. And please that they can have a platform that they can speak to somebody, honestly.
Who's not you.
Who's not me. Because sometimes
it's about you.
Sometimes it is about you.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Sometimes it is about you. So, but I have no problem with that. Because and it's something that me and Mefro have been discussing also the other day, and we said, you know what, this year with COVID-19, with the lockdown, we sort of uncovered certain personality traits between ourselves, between us and the kids back and forth, that we never knew about. And again, as tough as this year was, that's been the beauty of it. So it's really been also very therapeutic for us to be together. Just at home and ons moet mekaar
spending time together as a family.
Yeah, so it kind of
Would you go with
the good
Mefro
and the
now?
bad.
Would you go with Mefro to counseling?
If need be, I have no problem.
Okay, Castro Paul is saying the older generation of black people seem to prefer talking to pastors and family elders for therapy as opposed to going to a therapist's office and talking to a professional therapist. Therapy, mas jy meer op jou.
Only thing is, if you don't want to go to therapy, as jy nie probleme het nie.
Yeah.
Want the therapist will expose problems. Ja, maar is waar, soms praat jy met my.
But for instance now, Maria, ek en jy gaan nou, we're going for therapy. The problem with therapy, we go now. Luister, Cubase, I'm having a problem with this woman of mine. She's doing this wrong, she's doing that wrong, she's doing this wrong, she's doing that wrong. Maria on the other hand, maar ek wil ook met my deel sê. This man has been doing this, and he's doing that, and he's doing this, he's doing that. I think there's a silent battle between the two of us as we sit here in front of you. Who's going to win you over?
Yeah, but that's how it starts off. That's how it starts off until the therapist steps in and tries to navigate that space, because it is a war. It's like everybody's trying to look like the better partner.
Yeah.
By it now, so it becomes like fault based, right? Yeah, my Emax also, and this is why I respond. Nobody, and what a therapist ultimately does is try to get each person to take accountability.
Yeah,
so you need to take accountability for what you do, and that's where the healing is. It's not my Emax. Well, you forget what's like one finger. You say what every time one finger is like the other three are pointing.
So we
at
point like this. It's you.
It is you.
All the fingers are pointing at you.
You are the problem.
But I remember there was this. I think it was Mike Tyson who said it this one time, and because I've been such a big Mike Tyson fan for a very long time, that and there's a lot of stuff about his demons, about his personal life that I followed, and he basically talked about this. His experiences that he had with a psychologist, where he would sit and he would pour his heart out, and he would see the psychologist glances at his watch the whole time.
Yeah, but that's a bad psychologist.
The psychologist is talking to him, and he was like, "Man, this fool is not really listening to me. He wants my money."
But he's not listening.
He's not listening because he's glancing at his watch the whole time, and that sort of put him off
therapy.
And somehow that's sort of an image that stuck with me now for quite a number of years.
Ali Maida says a black parent will find you laughing after an hour session of therapy and ask you like, so you are not depressed. You're not allowed to show teeth if you tell them you are depressed. They don't understand.
Tena number says, us black people don't go to those Lani places. Ons gaan baba shop en salon to finish and klaar.
It's cheaper anyway.
Yeah.
My therapy from childhood was John Black, the Sambok. Cubase is net jy wat nie my comments kry. I just read your comment, Tena. What you do? Okay, which comment now? So we are resting today. Happy Teachers Day to all teachers out
Happy
there.
Teachers
Happy
Day.
Teachers Day. I saw that.
Yeah.
My dad and me baie kwaad gemaak. So we were on a midterm break. And I'm like, why are you giving us a midterm break when you know, like, the kids have been on a break for like 4 or 5 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What break do they need
What
now?
break do they need?
Yeah.
And you're only doing school 2 to 3 times a week, alternating on the Friday.
Yeah.
So they're already not getting enough school time. And now
Now
you want
there's
to go on a break. Parents
Teachers
dag
Day.
must know.
Yep. Vosia is saying, my kids do occupational therapy and currently career psychology. We introduced to the older one. It's really a good thing to start early. One should do therapy every 6 months to help you get things off your chest.
Yes, I agree. It should be a regular engagement.
When did we become this generation that constantly needs coddling? We grew up without therapy and we are fine.
And look at
Are we fine?
I am fine.
Okay.
Come on.
Plati also say fine.
Nee, Jaycee fine.
Also say fine.
I understand you need therapy from your performance on Saturday, but we
No,
are
no.
fine.
No. I don't need therapy. You guys that listened to that.
Yeah.
You guys that listened
Who
to
are
that need
exposed to
therapy.
that.
Please go see a therapist. I know I left you with some traumas. You know.
So I don't know. I think I just have trust issues.
Ne?
Yeah, he would have the like. I'm not against therapy per se, but I have issues trusting people.
Yeah, but when you, I get what you're saying, but
I-
until you meet a good one.
No,
When sorry, Cubase. If you say you got trust issues, do you feel like if you're gonna go speak to someone, this person will take the information that he or she has?
I don't even know what it is that I'm afraid of, but I just don't trust.
You're scared of
Them.
his demons coming out of the closet.
Yes.
But there's a whole ravens down there.
Ravens.
There's
To
a
come-
whole grave.
Ons het aan die closet aangebou.
Mess grave.
To
in
come
his
talk
closet.
about that.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, and it seems to be quite a trend amongst us as black people. For instance, if I would go to a therapist now, and I'm just giving it to you guys out there, and I'm just being honest about it, there's no way I'm going to go to a black therapist.
Ooh, Neville Bassan was in my kantoor vandag.
Verstaan jy?
They're supposed to be professionals. Though.
Yeah.
It's like they're medical doctors.
Yeah. Because even my doctor is not black. I got a white doctor.
So you want
Who-
your gossip in the white community?
No, they can gossip about me in the white community. I don't care.
We werk nie.
Ja, maar weer, hy Neville was mos hier. Hy het mos 2 blou pilletjies om kom opgetel. I don't care, okay? Maar hierdie Katatura stories nee. Die man het sy ARV's gekom al vandag.
Ai.
Verstaan jy? And sometimes that's the narrative that we get, or that amongst ourselves, amongst black people, we'd rather go your the guy who handles your investment portfolio is a white guy, your banker is white, this one is white, because we are scared that onze stories come daar by die car wash.
Yes.
But
That's
they're supposed to
Sunday
be. Sometimes I don't like this narrative.
No, it's true.
I don't like this narrative because what you ultimately like, it portrays the image that black people cannot be professional. And
yes,
yeah, but we
not
can.
true.
It's
It's
not.
not true.
It's really not true though.
But there is nothing worse than, chilling there at the Sunday session and then your therapist walks in or your doctor walks into the spot.
But I mean, what's the difference between you pouring? If you can trust your pastor, you should be able to trust the doctor. or whatever.
Pastor!
The people must go into confessionals.
John Chombe, I cannot withdraw my statement because
That's not going to happen either.
It's
What?
I'll trust
he
the
says
therapist
I must
before
withdraw
I trust
my
the pastor.
statement.
Yeah, but I get why he's saying it. It really does paint the impression that black people cannot be professional, and that's just not correct.
No, and that is not correct.
You take an oath, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, and I think we all agree that that is not the narrative. It's not supposed to be there.
No, but I think
But
the idea that Neville was saying, because he was saying even the white people will go gossip in the
Yeah.
white community.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want his story or in the black
But
community.
he also does comedy for white people. So
No,
why
but that's
is
what he
he?
said. I worry as a Dani white community is.
But all I'm just saying is that if if you look at the two scenarios as to where anything of yours that is sensitive can leak, it will be amongst my own people. It's not because I think in terms of capability, you will not handle my money better. Okay?
Yeah.
But I don't want you to go and talk about my money with anybody.
As someone that has dealt with a black female therapist, I can tell you right now that I was not in any better hands.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately what you're expressing is not something it's something I've heard before. It's unfortunately that fear, like, these people is too close to home, they're in my community, let's tell my stories.
Yeah.
But genuinely, it's not like that. Like, these people are professionals. They have years of experience. They know they've taken an oath. The stuff they hear is even minuscule to what you come talk about your wife, it's minuscule. Like, they really deal with real life stuff. But as somebody that has gone to a black female therapist, I can tell you right now, I couldn't have gotten a better one.
No, that's good.
Yeah, and that's why I'll always advocate.
And we need to hear more.
And for me, I think because she was black, she was relatable and she could understand. If I'm speaking to a white therapist, I feel like there might be a cultural disconnect. Because if I tell you, like, my mother does this, or my mother doesn't want to, just an example. If I tell you my mother doesn't want to come to therapy, if I'm telling a white person, she'll be like, no, why? Do you need me to call her? We can try and invite her. She might not understand
the dynamics
of black families and why, for example, certain things are taboo.
Yeah.
So I don't have to over-explain myself because the therapist understands. And so I actually think when it comes to therapy, somebody more relatable is better than somebody that doesn't relate. That's what I think. And by the way, the people that I'm talking to have never been to therapists, but they want to argue.
Yes.
Must not be a therapist.
Look, Maria, sometimes it's not even necessarily that you're afraid, Susan Neville said, that your information is going to get out there. But because therapy is still sort of a taboo thing in the black community, you don't really want... It can be something as simple as like, it's a Tingiki is my friend. Who? Oh yeah, no, we were chilling last weekend. She told me, oh no, you're also one of her patients. Didn't give you any. You're talking about one person, Maria. The one person that you know, but you don't know every therapist.
Yeah, I'm saying everybody's professional, but I mean
exactly.
But
so you stop defending her. We're not talking about her now.
I'm not talking about her also.
I'm talking about my cousin therapist who tells people stories.
I'm not talking about her.
So don't defend
either.
anymore.
No, I'm not
That's
talking
the one
about
I'm talking
her.
about.
But I'm saying these experiences don't happen. It's just we.
They didn't happen to you. Don't say they don't happen.
But have they happened to you? Have you been to a
No,
therapist?
I haven't been to therapy.
Maria.
What are we talking about?
Maria.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Just
yes.
Right away.
So if it hasn't happened to any of us, it doesn't happen
no,
at
what
all?
I'm saying, listen, I'm not saying it doesn't happen
But
at
that's
all.
what you said.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't happen at all. In any profession, there are professionals and unprofessionals.
Of course.
So any industry, not just
course.
therapy. So
Blacks
of course
and
I
whites.
know. Blacks and whites.
Yes.
So you have people that are professional and people that are not professional.
Yes.
In any industry. What I'm saying is, unfortunately, it seems to be like an overall generalization of that profession, and it's not right. So there are bad apples. We understand that they're in the system.
Yeah.
But to generalize it, which is what I definitely get a lot of, there's always a general opinion about don't see a black therapist. They will put your business out there from people that also have never seen a therapist. It's just a fear. It's a fear. I understand why. But there's also no shame in finding out that you're doing therapy. Why is that also for us black people a thing? Like, for example, if you just said, no, Cubase is my patient. Just an example. Let's say now an unprofessional one. Doesn't give details but says, Cubase is my patient, which they should not.
I wouldn't want that out there.
Why?
No, that's
Why?
really nobody's business.
No, but I'm saying why? What is the association with therapy that we try to hide away from?
No, but Maria, the thing is, I think everybody experiences or consider confidentiality different. There's a difference now we experience.
And I'm trying to unpack why would you have a problem with people knowing you're going to therapy? This is what I'm trying to unpack, because there's a psych there, there's a psychology there as well.
Yes.
What is the psychology behind that? You see, that's the stigma we need to remove around therapy and psychology. You don't have if you go to a psychologist or a therapist. You know, so even mental health issues, even if you see a psychiatrist because you need to be on meds, it's okay. There's no shame in it, and we need to remove that stigma in the black community.
Maria, like between the three of us, there are at least 100 years in the studio, and two of us learned this morning there's a difference between psychiatry and psychology.
Yeah.
So
But even there's no shame in either, though. There's no shame in either.
The comment here of Des van Wyk. Morning, guys. I just think the admin staff should also take an oath to doctor-patient confidentiality. Often, sometimes people avoid certain doctors because of their staff that will leak information, then the doctor's name gets dragged through the mud.
Yeah.
The receptionist will be like, ek sien
Yes.
Neville Basson is hier by Dr. Maritsky se kantoor.
Dis wel.
Ek wonder hy so, weet jy net, hy man sit nog, hy het net vir 1 uur geboek, né?
Ja.
The supporting staff.
Hy's nog daar binne. Ja, nee, chommy, ons sal later praat. Ja, nee, ek moet gaan.
Chubby.
Choms, ja. Nee, ek sal jou die hele storie gaan dra. Ja, kom ek kyk wat se meds sal ek wat se medication sal die dokter.
Ja.
Ja, nee, ek sal vir jou later sê. Nee, praat later. Ciao. Then it's the psychologist or the therapist or the psychiatrist, but it's not. It's the staff. And I actually agree. Edmund
Not true.
Edmund is the problem sometimes.
No, very true.
Ja.
Very true.
I mean, you can see your ARV pille gaan al en hierdie mense praat klaar.
Felicity Gontes Lutheran. All right, teachers, enjoy your day. Some of them are daily therapists at school, and after the corona break, it's worse. All right, they just don't publicize the pressure at work during this time. They ain't just teaching these days, dealing with more than 100 household issues daily. See a grap nie. All right, yeah, we salute our teachers.
Yeah.
Our
Appreciation.
unsung heroes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, talking about Teachers' Day, I remember about 2 weeks ago, Jonathan Sam, he's a photographer. He posted a picture of our class teachers of 1987 or 88, I think.
So he's an old photographer.
Yeah, he's an old photographer. So he posts this picture on Facebook, and the comments starts coming in. Guys, and I'm telling you, this thing of kids, and we all adults now, the cropped up feelings that kids of our age have with certain teachers of back then.
Yes.
Hey, the comments were wild on that post. That teacher used to abuse me physically, used to verbally abuse me here, called me this names, called me that names.
We have scars, we have traumas.
We have scars, we have traumas.
There's two teachers
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
a child never forgets.
Yeah.
Their worst teacher and their best teacher.
Yeah.
You never forget those.
Yeah, no, very true.
The others that are in the middle, you kind of just go through. You even forget. Who was my grade 4th teacher? Who was
Yeah.
Uka? It's a wie was.
That's true, yeah.
But
Yeah.
your worst teacher
No, you're right.
and your best teacher,
Yeah.
you never ever forget. You carry those throughout life. So try to be the best teacher.
Yeah, and that is so right. And Maria, I tell you, you know what? In the 80s, I think if a child could not do math, and I was very bad at math,
Yeah.
because I've always been an artistic child. I've always been a creative, artistic child. And that was never seen in the 80s or the late 70s as a potential career that you can have.
Yeah.
So you've always been considered the dumbest child. If it comes to artistic things to be done, never, from grade 1. And I would always remember the trauma I would go through if I go to wiskunde class. Wiskunde. Any teacher that would give me wiskunde. I'm like, it's Friday afternoon. The last 2 periods is wiskunde. I'm like, yeah. And you know what? That trauma a child goes through if he knows that, like you say, your worst teacher, and I mean my best teachers has always been those artistic ones.
Yeah. Arts or performance or acting, drama,
debates. Those are always my favorite teachers.
Yeah.
So, and it's very true what you say.
You remember the best and the worst.
Yeah.
So happy Teachers' Day.
Yeah. May you remain the best, or
Yeah.
may you be remembered as the best teacher for some learner. Yeah.
Okay, that was Raf Stemmers grof. I don't know what he's.
No, he's talking to me. Ronnie het vroeger gesê my stem was baie grof.
Oh.
So this Martin Otoni, Mugu, he agrees.
I agree with Maria. Let's not generalize because we're giving a bad picture to black professionals.
No, true.
All right. Cubase is just if your sister is a therapist, will you go to her for counseling?
It's not advisable to go to family. You don't go to family for
No.
counseling. They're not even
No,
supposed
no,
to take
no.
on their family, by
Yes.
the way. They're not supposed.
Conflict of interest.
Yeah, conflict of interest. You can't therapize.
I know, yes.
Your
They
own
cannot
brother.
therapize me.
Hoor vir wat sê Wosia Alana Greenwood. Ek wil een juffrou klap wat my gemors het. Ek soek haar nou nog van grade 5 af.
My worst teacher was grade 4. And my best teacher would have been 11th. I had a 11th and 12th grade. I had her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I really had. Let me put it this way. I don't remember getting a beating or anything like that I did not deserve in school. There was never a situation where I felt like I was being, it was abuse or was unfairly treated or whatever. I mean, generally I was sort of a smart kid in school, so I was sort of teacher's pet-ish, you know. So I didn't get into trouble much. But when I did, I knew it was because I had it coming. Yeah.
Actually, that was my worst. My worst teacher was my worst teacher because she's the only teacher that's ever beaten me. And I despise her today. I wasn't even beaten as a child by anybody until that teacher beat me.
I had it coming. I remember.
But it was an unnecessary beating.
I remember drawing.
You know when you're a straight A student, which I was. I was a straight A student. Always have been. Okay, in high school I wasn't. Then you learn about boys. Then you're not doing so well in school. But I guess this boys there, they're just a problem in our lives. That's not a problem. But anyway, what I realized from a very young age is that as long as you keep your grades good, you can get away with a lot.
Yeah.
That's something I learned. So a lot of times I got away with little things. You know, making noise here and there. I was usually class captain because I was an A student. And I learned that until this teacher. She didn't care that I was performing well in her class.
Tena Nambwa. The teacher who is never sick is the math teacher. Hy mense raak nooit siek nie.
And you can't wait to just hear say sick vandag jy let dat toets môre is like this woman want to get sick today.
And you know what? I despised wiskunde so much. Math. I despised it so much. Our wiskunde teacher would say, "Okay, luister. 2 kwadraat wat x y. This is your homework for the day." And I go home and I'm like, I don't understand this work. Nee, is alright, man. Ek sal maar net my pak gaan vat môre. I know I'm going to get 6. Nee? 6 lashes.
Yeah.
Man, ek sal nie eens werk doen. Dan gaan vat ek maar die pak. Because
now, math and English were my favorite subjects in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those two I always did well.
History.
Ek het 'n meneer Karoo gehad. Hy was ons houtwerk onderwyser in primêrskool. That guy he never missed a day of school. The only day he would miss school is when you have done your homework perfectly. Perfect. As hy dag nie by die skool nie. Maar kom maar met halwe werk. Yes.
So Maria, you were that child that we used to hate in class.
No, actually not really. Because I wasn't a nerd. I was still relatable. It was nog steeds stout, verstaan
Yeah,
jy?
there's always that one nerdy child in class.
No.
It's the last period of school.
Mevrou, homework. Did you check your homework? No, I wasn't that. No. It's I promise you, it's almost like an oxymoron because I was the kid that did good grades but that sat at the back of the class with the naughty kids.
Is it?
Yeah, that got up to no good. So they didn't really understand it because like I was a tomboy. So it's like, okay, Jislema, why aren't you sitting in front? Why aren't you that kid that's like, Mevrou, check. I was the person that's giving my homework to other people. So that they can copy most. I was that kid. I wasn't like, I'm not allowed to share my homework with you type of kid, no. It's fat.
Hey, ons het almal huiswerk geshare.
Almal kom net first period. Maria, was Maria say?
Register periode.
I give my book, everybody copies. And the problem is if I get one wrong, everybody gets it wrong.
I think my strongest subjects were always languages. Very strong in English, Afrikaans.
History, I was also very strong.
Geschiedenis.
Ek het Afrikaans gehad.
History, I was very strong. Aardrijkskunde.
Aardrijkskunde is geography.
Geography, I was very strong.
Languages, I was good in English, terrible at German.
Yeah.
Terrible at German.
German I did well, but it was elementary German that we were learning in high school.
German.
So
I hated German.
Verdi saying there were those times that one learner messes up and the teacher beats up the whole class. You never had that cue? I don't know. Like those mass punishments where somebody messes up and then everybody gets it. Nah. I remember the one time that almost happened was funny enough in the mathematics class.
Ricardo is a teacher. This is very interesting. He says, "Good morning, crew. I'm a teacher, and one thing I would like to say is that teaching is a calling, which I agree with. And if you are not called to be, it keeps going up. If you are not called to be a teacher, it's very easy for you to be the worst teacher. But once you know you are called to be a teacher, you will be the best." I agree. I think teaching and nursing is a calling.
Yeah.
Like if you can't deal with patients or you can't deal with learners, you're in the wrong profession.
But I'm telling
Absolutely in the wrong profession.
And there were a lot of stereotypes about certain professions also. I know there was this idiomatic expression. If somebody is drunk, if say, "Woo! Cupis was so dronk." Soos 'n kleerling onderwyser Saterdagmiddag.
Stereotypes.
Yeah, there was a strong stereotype in the 80s. Because back in the day, you would see in Commonwealth, you would see a lot of,
the
colored teachers. But by die star hang.
Yeah.
Or wherever. And I'm just using Windhoek as an example
Yes,
now.
yes, of course.
Could be anywhere, but it's a stereotype that's been hanging.
I remember even
among the education system for quite
when
some
I
time.
got to high school, there was one, not really young, but there was one youngish colored teacher. And he was basically the livest guy there at school. Even what is he? Conquest of test. What was I doing?
Conquest, yeah, of the test. Yeah.
Met a system. After school, he's cruising out of the yard and they spiel some music. It was just that kind of vibe. And that's how I was like, the colored teachers are just a bit more.
Yeah. Our coolest teacher, I forgot his name now. Few years ago, about, maybe 15 years ago, he was in the newspaper for molesting students. And he was the coolest teacher.
Yeah.
Not my favorite teacher, but the cool teacher. He'll be like, "Ooh, Maria." And now that I think about it, because he was my ninth grade teacher. He would make inappropriate comments like, "Ooh, Maria, die skirt, quarter and quarter," and and it would make me uncomfortable. But the class, the classroom would have fun with it. So after I heard that he was having.
Do we need to send you back to therapy?
Oh, I need to go back. Vezi, he didn't do anything to me though. So, Vezi says worst was math and Afrikaans. Trappe van
vergelijking. Trappe van vergelijking.
Yeah, for me were the worst, and the teachers were the scariest. I hated Afrikaans as well.
Yeah, and Afrikaans was never easy.
Trappe van vergelijking. Grootste.
Like the reading and writing, especially writing. Nie maklik. Damon Shandero. Then you find those strict teachers that take their relationship stress out on the students.
Yep.
True?
Yes. Ek onthou, that was I don't know if it's a true story, but it's something that they always used to tell about one of the schools in Okanja. Now ek het nou die onderwyser se naam vergeet man. I didn't school there, but the guys who went there. So apparently the one time this guy got so angry, the teacher got so angry, hy slaan die lighting staan en kyk hom net. Toe besluit hy byt hom. It's like, wat 'n mannetjie jy wat jy wil like, jy byt hom op hier. Okay, now that's a relationship stress right there.
Ronnie says here, how is a skilled person not smart just because you didn't go the distance in school?
What's the definition of smart?
Yeah, exactly. There's a guy who I know who could be one of the best auto electricians in Namibia. People don't take him seriously.
Because he doesn't have a degree?
Yeah, sometimes that's the stereotype probably.
Not even stereotype. I think that's why I hate our education system.
Yeah, no.
It's so focused on academics and not on like your technical know-how, like skilled, and we know
practical skills that you actually can
like
apply.
I mean, this is why we've been saying, you should let people like what do you call it? It's not, what is the other technical, what is the one? VTC.
Yeah, VTC.
That's why I'm saying implement a lot of VTC programs, because some people are not good with maths or languages, but they're great with their hands.
Yes.
I mean, woodwork,
Yeah.
electrician, plumbing,
Yeah.
even fixing cars. People are good with their hands, and those people you should be able to and they can actually make more money than people that go into the formal education sectors, like where you need those qualifications and masters and degrees. They could actually make more money and support but yeah, I mean, this is all thing, the government knows it. We've been preaching. VTC, make VTC education more.
What is so? You guys keep talking. I'm a teacher at Maria's Kids School. They are going to learn. I'm just playing. I'm interrupting.
Your kids will get it.
Come on, your mother was saying what?
It will be very difficult, but my kids listen.
You guys growing up in Windhoek and eventually moving to Swakopmund in my grade 10, I struggled daily with Afrikaans because that's the Swakop dominant language. Oral presentation was just tsotsital for me.
I hated that oral van, hoe was die vakansie? En toe gaan ons sê toe.
Moenie sê en toe nie. En toe gaan.
En toe sê my ma.
En toe.
Oh, I hated those I hated Afrikaans. Oh, why did I take it? I don't know.
No, when it comes to languages,
and I had it. That's why I can't speak it so well. I mean, I had it very late in life.
Yeah.
I had it early. Afrikaans actually helped me back my first year of school.
Nee?
Ek het school by my groot sister. My big sister, like my mom's firstborn, is also a teacher. So she was doing, I think, her... I don't know what they call them. Maar anyway, sy dan in Bulskop, in Obitoto geleer.
Obitoto.
So dat first grade toe ek mos nou daar met haar skool begin. En toe sien hulle maar die mannetjie doen eintlik baie goed. So kom ons stuur hom bietjie Okahanya toe. Hy sal beter skool daar kry. En toe stuur hulle my na die kleerlingskool in Okahanya en ek kan nie 'n woord van Afrikaans praat nie, verstaan?
Aha.
So toe moes ek maar weer die eerste graad oorbegin maar kyk hier is ons nou.
Hier is ons nou.
You repeated grade 1. You're like literally the only person I know that repeated grade 1.
but here's what pissed me off, right? I repeated grade 1 because I couldn't speak Afrikaans. But then 2 weeks later I was communicating with everybody in the school. Ek is op.
It's alright, just take it. It's alright. Jy graad 1 gedryf.
Jy het graad Q-base.
Failed grade 1.
Failed grade 1.
Yes, I failed grade 1 and then I went to pass on the other grades better than all of them, both of them together.
I have no idea. Guys, I have no idea how I maneuvered my way through from grade 1. I think I started taking school seriously from grade 6.
Amper hoërskool.
That's when I started taking school less seriously.
Yeah. So teachers. Yeah. Happy Teachers Day.
Enjoy your day.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for molding our little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shaping the next generation of hopefully
Kyk, hoor vir liewe.
better leaders.
Yeah, I see that some teachers are lazy.
Some teachers are lazy. Take out your textbooks and read. Tomorrow is a test.
Q-base het sub 8 gedryf. Ja, het was sub 8. Sub 8 gedryf.
Sharp,
There you go. Like so it's a record now. I'm like it's a new record.
It's a new record.
Right, guys.
Alright, guys,
great to be back. We are back again tomorrow morning, and don't forget 12 o'clock for Hannes and Semi. Yes, on the hour. That's streaming live on Informanté Radio. And don't forget to go check out the Informanté Radio Facebook page as well, right? There's always some competitions happening on there. So you might just walk away with something. Enjoy the rest of the day from me and the crew. On 8.
Every day we bring you the hottest music. Ultimate music
Hey,
And some outrageous conversations.
Did you get no Amber it's said? So are you saying Namibian men were not romantic?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Huh?
Yes.
Why? What are the values of Namibian men? Is there anything good about us?
Yeah, I'm striking a blank.
She is striking a blank.
You know what?
Let's get to the real thing. The mornings on Informanté Radio. The sound for a new age. As you journey through life towards your retirement goal, build your wealth with Elite Save. Earn 8.5% compound interest on your investment term while choosing when and how you receive your interest returns. It's tailor-made to help you succeed. For more info, SMS Elite Save to 31844 and we will call you back. Underwritten by Trustco Life.
Da 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 da.